Hey gang. So I've been getting questions a lot. So I figured I would post a video and talk about it and just kind of give you all a life update. Um, so um, those of you who follow me on Grommer and some other places, may have little bits of this, but I figure, let me sort of put it all out there. Fair warning, it's kind of a bummer. So, if you're just here to ogle the belly, stop now. That would be my recommendation. Um, so, a little bit of backstory. Um, back right before the pandemic, we had noticed some cognitive decline with my mom. So we decided we were going to move her into a 55 plus community. Um, we, got her, sort of got her out of the house, got her into the 55 plus community, had her housewarming party on March 1st of 2020. The goal was that in the 55 plus community, there'd be activities and people she could talk to and things like that, as opposed to living alone in a house opposite a state forest. So, yeah, that didn't work. And so then shortly after that, she was diagnosed with uh, Parkinson's, or technically, I guess it's Parkinsonism, with Lewy body dementia. Um, and so it kind of quickly became obvious that, like, living alone was not going to be an option for her. So for a good portion of the, pandemic and lockdown, I was splitting my time between where I lived and back home. Then sort of as things progressed, it kind of became obvious that, like, I really needed to be closer. So I moved back home to be closer. Then it kind of became obvious that I needed to, like, be in the house with her. There were times where she fell. My sister was not strong enough to, pick her up. I thankfully was. One of the benefits of all this mass is, it's kind of hard to knock me over, So, um, so basically, but all of this sort of meant that, between, various and sundry multiple moving expenses, and also just the fact that, I needed to make sure that, I could do what I needed to for mom. I sort of took a back seat from gaining. I posted some content here and there just sort of to perk me up. But, yeah. So sadly, both expectedly and unexpectedly, she did pass away in late September of this year, which did free me up to, sort of return to gaining. Originally I was not, planning on jumping in whole hog, but I already had sort of a gainer cruise booked for October, and that sort of like jump started the regains. And once the regain train starts, it gets a little bit addicting. So in the last 75 days of 2024, I packed on about 60 pounds. Right? That was what I figured out. And so now I'm kind of going into 2025, doing a bunch of different things that I want to do for me. Gaining is one of them. I shaved my head to give that a try. I'm doing some more travel that I've always wanted to do. It is my 50th birthday in 2025, so, I'm really sort of doing what I want after, several years of, always sort of having to worry about, what is, best for other people, right? During the, previous time, I did have a boyfriend for a while, long distance. That eventually ended. I am sort of out on the prowl, but again, not, 100% really. I've got, you know, I will be likely looking to move into a house of my own. You know, still trying to figure that all out. You know, but, you know, what it relates to here is, you know, to hear, you know, both here, my OnlyFans, everywhere else, is, you know, I'm really going to be, you know, doing this gain. Not that I didn't do it for me before, but this one's going to be really, you know, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be self-centered. You know, you know, there are certain areas where I'm going to be putting in effort, like here. Other areas where, you know, like when it comes to dating, you know, y'all are fond of calling yourself chasers. Maybe do a little bit of chasing of me, right? You know, we'll see. You know, maybe something will happen, maybe not. I don't know. But, you know, it really means that, you know, as far as social media is concerned, I'm probably not going to be, you know, posting anywhere near like I was, you know, at the height of my pandemic gaining. You know, some heterosexual assholes found one of my videos and decided to like do an entire podcast where they like ripped me to shreds, and only at the end of it did they bother to ask, you know, hey, I wonder if he's still alive. You know, so it's kind of, you know, not really, I mean, mostly I'm fine with that. Like, the funniest thing about it was that they're quote unquote a humor podcast. And I'm the first person, like, by all means, make fun of me, but like, do it in a witty way. Like, you know, they were just basically like, oh my God, he's trying to kill himself. He's such a loser. And it's like, whatever. So yeah. So anyway, that's sort of, you know, put me off of, you know, really doing, you know, anything here. But like, you know, if y'all leave questions in comments or ideas of things you'd like to see, you know, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I don't know. Right. You know, I'm still around. I'm still round. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But, you know, I'm going to be, again, very much focused in the, you know, coming, you know, year at least on, you know, what I want to do, not what I think I need to do to please X, Y, or Z person. So I hope you can all understand that. Again, you know, sorry if you came here for, you know, happy fun times and, you know, got bummed out with dead moms, but, you know, that is life. And, you know, as I said, I figured I'd kind of put this out there so that, people know and understand, and, you know, I don't have to keep answering the question. So hope you all have a great 2025, and I will see you when I see you, and hopefully when next I see you, I will be fatter. So have a great one.